So the last time I saw Alan, we had a few creative differences that we had to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? We've worked through it, and
just a little bit of hate there still, but we'll be okay.
Okay, well, it's because he didn't want my genius idea of featuring Mason Ramsey on our new album that we were going to drop, but
I wanted to go in a direction where the album sounded more like, I actually wanted to have B.O.B. and Will.I.Am and all these acronyms. I'm an acronym man.
Okay.
I'm no longer Alan. I'm A-L-A-N.
He thinks that by wanting artists that have periods in their names, that makes him a feminist. So
it just sucks so much. No, I just wanted to give something back.
With our album. I just wanted to give something back to the women, and that's B.O.B. and Will.I.Am and what?
Men.
And men. I give you men.
Oh God.
You're welcome, women. We give you men.
We're back. That's good.
That was fun. Okay. Now we got to get back into it. Oh my God. Alrighty. And we are back, everyone. Welcome to the long-awaited another episode of Hand Me Down Podcast. It has been a long time.
Over a year. The last episode was April 24th. Actually, let's introduce ourselves.
You're right. We're your host if you're new here, or if you're returning and you forgot who we were, because let's be honest,
It's been a while.
It's been a while. We're your hosts. My name's Natalia.
And I'm Alan.
And this is Hand Me Down Podcast.
Thank you for everybody who comes back. We're hoping you'll come back.
Imagine. They're like, I don't really give a fuck.
But yeah, the last episode we filmed was April 24th. Or the last episode that was aired was April 24th, 2024.
And we're over a year since then now. It is July 2020. No, it is not. It is June.
It's almost July.
I was trying to get through Pride Month. I was trying to speed it up. Because you know what?
I feel like it has gone by really fast.
It has.
To be fair, there's a lot of other stuff happening within the mix, which we'll get to later on in the episode.
Definitely.
But
it's been a minute. I feel a little shy. If you see my hands kind of clammed up here, maybe like as we're
going to have a feet cam. Just kidding, guys.
Ooh, the way
audio listeners, just kidding. Don't fret.
I know those that were listening on the audio right now driving, they were like on their way to pull over and pull
they were not going to pull over. They were just going to pull up their phone
and see a video podcast and see our feet.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I don't think this isn't in our agenda. By the way, first of all, maybe before we continue, what we're going to do today is we're going to try to cover the stuff that we missed
in the year.
So we're going to try to go month by month, and of course we're going to miss stuff, guys. We're human. Our minds don't work like that. We're going to miss things. So if we miss anything, comment down below. But that's what we're going to do later on in the episode. So we know there's crazy stuff going on in the world. It will be mentioned as chronologically, I guess. But the question that I wanted to ask you was, did you think we were ever going to come back? I know we said maybe.
No, I listened to the last episode that we aired, and we were like, this isn't goodbye.
Okay, we were dead ass optimistic.
Like, we were like, oh my God, it's going to come back and stuff. I feel like it was always something in the back of my mind throughout the whole year. Obviously, there was other things that I was tending to meanwhile, but I feel like I was always kind of like, if not asked about it, then kind of like, hey, like, are we like going to do it again? But it's good to be back. It's a little, like I said, it's still a little weird to get used to it a little bit.
I'm kind of in the zone already.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Just kidding.
But
I did miss it. I did miss it.
I did miss it.
I did miss it a lot. I think we did need that time. And then just like crazy stuff was happening personally. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not the time to come back now. But I think I'll go more into my thoughts about it like as we go through the months. But I think always in the back of my mind, always like, I kind of do miss it. I miss talking to you. I used to see you a lot more, I think, when we did this. So I was just like, I'm missing you. I'm missing Milena. Like, I'm glad that we're doing it. I'm glad that we're back. And I think hopefully back in not in a good way. How do I explain this? Like, not that we're going to change the world with our microphones, you know.
Just a couple of kids in the mics.
I hope that we can be a part of a bigger conversation when it comes to a lot of other things that are going on and being like voices to push back on certain things. And that's kind of what the podcast was.
Yeah.
We're season 1. This isn't season 2, but that's how we're calling it.
Yeah, we're
before the break.
Yeah, before and after the break. BB before break, and then AB after break.
But I'm excited. I guess that kind of covers where we've been, or do you want to go a little bit deeper into where we've been?
Well, we've been trying to make that album.
Me never played a musical instrument before in my life. Or played it right.
Yeah, well, you know, with AI nowadays, anything is possible. Which I fucking hate. But anyway, I guess that does kind of cover like where we've been. We did take a break to tend to personal matters.
Yeah.
And I think every time that we discussed potentially coming back, it just wasn't the right time. And something else would come up that we'd have to tend to. So thank you everybody for being patient. And we hope that we didn't lose you guys, or you guys didn't lose interest in us, because I swear.
But it definitely was some of you guys that like made it easier to come back. I think I would sometimes be just looking at comments from the videos, or just like new comments that we've gotten from people who just discovered the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
It was nice. Yeah. So yeah, should we tell the lore of what almost became of Hand Me Down?
Yeah. You can tee this up, set it up.
Okay. So, you know, Alan and I, we were going back and forth, like, when are we going to come back? When are we going to do this? How's it going to look like? And we were working towards it, and just things kept coming up and up and up. And so we were just like, you know what? Let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye.
Let's just fucking cancel this.
Let's just cancel the show and never get it on the mics again. And just kind of like stop it to just like pursue a corporate 9-to-5 essentially. Yeah. Like just kind of like, you know, focus on that kind of work. And so we actually filmed the last episode of Hand Me Down podcast. Like,
we filmed a goodbye. I don't remember it.
We filmed a goodbye episode in January of 2025. And it was just kind of like a, hey, like, thanks for being along the ride. Bye. It was crazy. I think we were also just, a lot was going on.
I blocked it out of my brain.
Yes.
I don't remember much. But I don't know. I don't even know if it's on any. Do you have it like saved on your computer?
Maybe. I do. Okay. Because I have a folder that says last Hand Me Down episode on my thing. And
if we ever release a Patreon, maybe we'll like cut snippets
of our goodbye.
And we'll put it up on the Patreon.
And so literally the week that we had planned to post it, we get a text from one of our friends, Mark Sanchez. And he just out of the blue, it's been a while since him and I had like caught up or anything. Just out of the blue, he texts me. He goes, hey, what's going on with the podcast? Like, when are you guys coming back? And I sent him a voice message, and I was like, actually, Alan and I decided to cancel it. And we're not going to record any more episodes. We're going to try to do something else or something. And he like immediately responds. He's just like, what? No, like, don't cancel it. And he called me. He literally called me like right after I sent that voice memo. And he was just like, don't cancel it. Like, come meet me at this coffee shop and let's talk. And
we talked.
And we did. And we met up with him, and he was just like just advocating for us to not cancel it and to like keep it going. And that was just so weird, because it just happened to line up the week that we had planned to post that last episode, literally a couple of days before we were gonna maybe publish it and just say goodbye. He texted me, and like I said, we hadn't touched base like in a really long time. It had been a minute since we caught up, and so I guess we kind of took that as a sign. One person,
but I feel like after that, I just kept on getting people asking me, hey, is it gonna come back? What happened to it? And I was like, we're working on it.
We're working on it, guys. Please be patient. But that was just such a nice conversation to have. And Alan actually like asked him like, why do you believe in this so much?
Yeah, because it sometimes feels like we're like just talking into a void. And I said, the comments really helped. And like, I just remember seeing some of the comments on like the last episode being like, oh my God, this is my favorite podcast. Like, I'm going to miss it. And I was like, damn, okay. So there are people who are listening and who are taking stuff from it. We actually got a comment on our machismo episode. And they were like, oh my God, I wish I found this podcast sooner. Like, I'm actually going to use this episode like in a college assignment that I'm working on about machismo. And I was like, I am not.
We're
don't
not
quote
scholarly.
me.
I'm wearing a Scooby Doo shirt that glows in the dark.
You're going to hella glow after. It's going to charge the hell up.
It's going to charge the hell out. Okay, really quick side tangent. The way that I found out that this shirt was glow in the dark, because I didn't know when I bought it, was he had invited us to the park with Swendy, his girlfriend, and then me and Milena went to go meet him up. And it was just supposed to be a park day. And then afterwards he goes, let's go to a bar and let's get drinks. And I'm like, dude, I'm not dressed for the bar. I'm wearing a Scooby Doo shirt.
And it was like a lesbian bar too.
It was a queer bar where everybody looks cool as fuck. Like everybody's
it was an Echo Park, so it's like kind of hipster-ish.
It was like everybody was gonna look so cool and so awesome. And I was wearing my Scooby Doo shirt. And I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just go have one drink. Whatever. We walk in and it's dark, obviously, because it's kind of like a bar/club. And my shirt starts glowing. And and I remember Swendy asked me, does your shirt glow in the dark? And I looked and the ghosts were lit up. And I was like, what the hell? And I don't know if I looked cool. If you saw me that night.
Yeah, maybe.
Did I look cool?
Let us know. No. Or would you think, if you were there, would you think that was cool?
That I was wearing a Scooby Doo shirt that glowed in the dark. Is that past tense?
Yeah, that glows in the dark.
That glows in the dark.
I don't know.
That glued in the dark.
It just proves our point. We're not very scholarly.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything else about that? About almost
ending it. I'm glad we didn't. I think I'm excited for what we have kind of planned, or the new ways that we're going to go about doing the podcast and trying to fit that into the lives that we have now. And just kind of like talk more about what it's like being in now, basically our mid-20s. When when we first started it, we were 22.
Ew.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We were 22.
I just turned 24, so this is like news to me.
Yeah. So we're mid-20s now. A little bit more frontal lobe developing happening behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And a little bit more real life experiences of what it's like being this age.
But speaking about that, and like speaking about the future and speaking about our mid-20s, and looking forward to that future and the lessons that we'll learn, you probably noticed there's probably a little bit of a new look to some of the stuff. One of it is kind of our background's a little bit different, but Natalia will explain that later in chronological order. But also just a little bit of the vibe. We just wanted to rebrand a little tiny bit, you know, refresh the brand, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
So you'll see that through the logo, through some of the stuff, through the graphics. Also, sorry guys, for now, for the beginning, we're going to be releasing an episode every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So you won't be getting an episode every week, but every 2 weeks we will be there.
Yeah.
I think just one of the reasons why we kind of stopped was we were kind of burnt out. It was feeling like a lot. So now we're like, let's go in back slowly, surely. And hopefully maybe we can get back to once a week, depending on how we grow this.
Yeah.
And then speaking of that, honestly, guys, if any editors are watching... Sorry, we can't pay you, but we might be looking for an editor or two to help us out with the load.
Yes, I think that would be very helpful if you are interested in just jumping on the team and giving us a little bit of your time a week.
Yeah, very little.
Very little, very
low lift.
Low lift, very simple. If you're interested in learning more about social media and kind of like the way that we run things, or the way that we edit some of the clips, we are looking for editors. So This is a call, please.
If you believe in the podcast, if you think it'll go somewhere, come grow with us. I think that's definitely a way to do it. And if you have some editing experience, but still don't have like a crazy portfolio or like a crazy resume yet, we would love to be a part of it. And yeah, so if you or anyone you know go ahead and share this with them. Either comment on our YouTube video or email us at handmedownpod@gmail.com. Again, that is handmedownpod@gmail.com.
Or shoot us a DM. Also do it on because Instagram. We're so fucking funny and we can be your friends.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't have to be in LA. You can be remote.
Yes,
so
that's an important
huge.
Thing. Yeah.
And yeah, I guess maybe just we're so like far into this episode. 16 minutes. Okay. Really quick before we get into the like meat and potatoes of the podcast, which is us going month by month. Just like the new format of the podcast. We're kind of just yapping. Yeah, honestly, just about like current events.
Yeah.
Things that we like.
Less formal, I think.
Yeah. That's kind of what we want to do. And I don't think it's going to change very much from what we had before, because what we had before was still stuff that we liked. You know, we're still going to be talking about movies and film and TV shows and being Latinos and all these things.
Jojo Siwa.
Gay stuff.
Not anymore, apparently.
And we'll get to that. That's like June of this year. But yeah, I hope, I think this will also help with the lift of the podcast and make it easier to bring you guys episodes. So we're excited. But without further ado,
let's get to what we've been up to since we last spoke of April 2024.
So now we're going into May, because that was the end of April, right?
Yeah.
May 2024.
You want to start us off?
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. I was also I didn't listen to it super recently, but I listened to the last episode, I think when we were in talks about coming back. And one of the things, I was breaking down the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, and it was very early on. It was before like a lot of these songs dropped. Family Matters. I don't know if Euphoria had dropped yet. And of course, The Nail in the Coffin, Not Like Us, hadn't dropped. So it's crazy to look that it's been that long. Because literally last year was the summer of Kendrick Lamar, and last summer was his victory lap after defeating Drake, after releasing Not Like Us, and he never responded. So
weenie,
which is crazy, because I was like explaining it to you, and now like would you say you know about it more now just because of how big it got? He was a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel like I know more that he won. Like, I don't know what the beef was really about.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, this fool won because this song is really good and it's everywhere, and Super Bowl, like, yeah. So
he just had that victory lap.
Yeah, he had that victory lap. Yeah.
It was a great thing to see. I remember just like as the songs were dropping, I was like, holy shit. Like it was Drake had released a song, and literally 30 minutes later, or like 30 minutes to an hour later, Kendrick drops a song.
Oh, damn.
In like basically knowing that Drake was going to drop that one.
Damn.
And that song that he dropped, he wrote a letter to to the members of Drake's family, to his dad, to his son,
what?
To his mom,
to the little boy. What did the little boy do?
He's just like, dear Adonis, I'm so sorry that man is your father.
That's so crazy.
And just being like, just also shit talking Drake's dad, being like, I can't believe you raised this person. Like, how dare you? Like, you're just like him, blah, 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 blah.
I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And then Drake released another song, I think, and then finally Not Like Us dropped, and that changed everything.
Damn, dude.
So like that was like
I didn't know
going
that.
on. Yeah.
The girls were fighting. That's dramatic.
Feisty.
That's dramatic.
Feisty.
That's crazy. The poor kid. Do you think he's gonna grow up and read the letter?
Listen to it, yeah. But
that's funny.
We'll
he wrote him a letter. Did the kid even know how to read at that point?
No. Well, like he wrote a letter through the song, I guess.
Okay.
You know, like he wrote the lyrics.
That's still funny though.
Yeah. But he was like, dear blank, dear blank, dear blank.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll try to go through these fast because.
Yes. I'll just skip that one.
I mean, we don't have to. I kind of want to talk about that.
Okay. Well, Alan really wants to talk about Chapel Rowan, the rise of Chapel Rowan in May of 2024. She kind of blew up. She
blew up like crazy. And not just her, but a lot of like women pop artists. Sabrina Carpenter, summer of Sabrina Carpenter, summer of Espresso, summer of Billie Eilish and her songs.
Billete.
Billete.
Mi Milena call her Billete Eilish.
Billete Eilish.
Billete Eilish.
Gracie Abrams, but she was a little bit lesser known, but the girls were girling.
The girls were singing.
It was a girly pop summer. The boys were fighting. The girly pops were singing. Music to my ears. Charlie XCX also. This
Charlie
was her
XCX,
summer. Brad's summer, which we'll mention in a bit. I like Chappell Roan. I do. I like her music. And fast forward to now. Love Island is currently going on right now, guys. And I kid you not, they probably played 5 of her songs, which is crazy because she has one album. So they've played like 5 of her songs.
That's crazy.
In the show.
That's crazy. I feel it. I was jamming to it. Me personally, I'm not too much of a pop fan. So like, I don't like.
I love pop.
He loves pop.
I'm that side of her that does actually love the pop.
Yeah, he loves pop. I'm just kind of like, if it's playing, I'll like listen to it. And it was good.
The pop girlies.
Yeah, she was cool. I loved her look.
What do you listen to now?
I don't know. Nothing. White noise.
I'm like, you drive to work for a long time.
I just put my music on shuffle and it's like every genre.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
She's not like other girls.
I'm not. I don't even listen
She doesn't listen to today's top hits. The real music isn't played on the radio.
I feel like I've kept that attitude from my emo era. Like, this isn't real music.
Real music has instruments.
All right.
Oh my God, we haven't hit any of these buttons.
Oh my God.
Milena programmed these buttons and we have not hit any of them.
Okay, so the boys were fighting. And the girlies were singing.
Hey, James from Idaho. A little birdie told me it's your birthday today, and you're also a big fan of Gwimbly. Oh yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. I should also tell Tyler to go to hell. I don't know who Tyler is or what that means.
This is the long one.
Yeah, this is the long one.
Well, if you guys, first of all, if you guys don't know, that was Smiling Friends. What was that? Gwimbly? Gwimbly. That was Gwimbly. He was giving us a shout out.
If I had my Gwimbly gun right
now. But he said something about a birthday. So that kind of transitioned us into May 2024.
The most important event of May 2024 is that I turned 23. I turned 23.
It's crazy that we had a whole year of like, we just skipped 23 for the podcast. You're right.
We did. Right. I was not. You guys didn't know me at 23.
You guys didn't know me at 23. Longest year of my life, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, same. You guys had no idea who I was at 23. But
I heard that once that like 23 sucks.
Really?
And I was like, I don't believe it. 23 kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And 24 is kind of looking up.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, not even. A couple days.
For me, it's been a couple of days. For you, it's been a while.
Yeah, for me, it's been a few weeks.
A month, maybe.
A month. Oh, yeah, a little bit over a month. Anyway, the most important event of May 2024 was that I turned 2023, and I decided to celebrate by the most obvious way that somebody could celebrate was going to the Rainforest Cafe and Ontario Mills Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And
we had a ball. Well,
Alan didn't have a good time.
I didn't have a ball.
Alan had an incident at the Rainforest Cafe.
I walked in. I loved it. The decor, the atmosphere, the sounds, the rain.
The forest, the cafe.
The drinks were flowing in our little booty glasses that you get. Okay. We're not sponsored by the Rainforest Cafe. And that'll be apparent when I tell the next part of this story. But they have these cute little glasses and you get a drink. The drink, first of all, is $14. Alcoholic drink, $14. And you get to fucking keep the glass. Mm-hmm. What a steal. You go to the fucking bars and it's $16 for a cocktail.
And you don't get to keep the glass.
And it's cool glass. And it tells you like what Rainforest Cafe you're at. Mm. Anyways, I was having a grand time. Drinks were flowing. Conversation was good. We were chatting, vibing, blah, 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 blah. And then I order and I get the Iggy Piggy sandwich.
Iggy's Piggy's sandwich.
And our friend D'Angelo was also there and he got it without mustard. And maybe I was like, okay, maybe he's just not a sauce boy. I get that, but I'm a sauce boy. Give me that sauce. And I think it was just like mustard. I'm like, I fuck with mustard. And then I get my sandwich and I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm about to fucking, there's about to be a party in my tummy. Yeah.
I'm about to tear into this Iggy's Piggy sandwich.
And then I go in to take the bite and I start chewing. I kid you not. It's like chemical warfare was going on in my mouth. It's like if my mouth was fucking tear gassed, like mustard gas. It tasted like chemicals. Super strong. I like felt it in the back of my throat and I felt like a dragon, like with stuff coming out of my nose. Like it felt heat coming out of my nose. And I was like, I was trying to power through because usually if I don't like something, I can power through it. And I can swallow it and I can just maybe be like, maybe not for me. Maybe give it a second chance. But this was like chemical warfare. And I had to fucking spit it out of my plate.
That shit was
go. Now
from my perspective. So he's sitting next to me. He's so excited about his Iggy Piggy sandwich. He's ready to get Iggy with it. And he takes a bite. And immediately you spit it out.
Yeah, I thought in my head it took longer.
No,
but I was like,
your reaction was the first thing that I thought happened when he spit it out was that he broke his tooth, because that's how you reacted. Because you literally just went, you spit it out, and I was like, oh my God, he broke his tooth.
Iggy Piggy sandwich.
Mickey sandwich did it. Like he broke his tooth. And then you just look at it and we all just go like, what happened? He goes, it tastes like cleaning product. You're like so calm about it.
It's because like I said, if it's something bad, I can power through it. But I was like, it feels like there's chemical products on this, like cleaning products. Yeah. And if I swallow it, I don't want to fucking die. So I'm going to spit it out.
That shit was fun. Well, you did go for a second bite to like give it the benefit of the doubt. And then you were like, and then I made you order something else.
Yeah, because I've never sent anything back at a restaurant. And Natalia gave me the courage to send it back. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not working. I don't even think I did. I think you.
Yeah, I think I was just like, can he get something else? Like, I don't think he liked that.
And I felt so bad because, like I said, I never send anything back. I usually power through. And then we were just like, I think it's Dijon mustard.
It was Dijon mustard.
And I'm like, I've never had Dijon mustard, but also it's like, it was so strong.
It was strong. I think even I tasted a bit of the mustard and I was like, oh,
yeah,
I don't like that. And I like all kinds of mustard. So.
I was just like, what the fuck? And I just ended up getting like a club sandwich or something. But everybody was done with their food by the time everything came up back to mine. But
yeah, he was still working on his safari fries and Iggy Piggy sandwich. No. Club sandwich.
My club sandwich. Sorry. But my bad. Everything else besides that was a great experience.
Yeah.
I went to the Lego store after.
By yourself?
Yeah. Because I had to kill time because I was going to go see my girlfriend and I was just killing time. You guys had left and I was just like walking around it. I didn't get anything at the Lego store, but I was just looking around.
Awesome. That was May 2024.
Yeah. We're in the first month still. Okay. June 2024. My brother got a cat. So we've had a cat for over a year now. His name is Canelo. He's super sweet. He's white and he has like a little ginger head. He has like ginger spots. He has a little raccoon tail. And he's great. He's a little crazy, but we love him.
Shout out Canelo. Love him.
Shout out
to him. In June 2024, we were invited to attend the Yosabo event.
Yes.
It was
their 2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary, and that was a lot of fun to be part of that event. And thank you so much for thinking of us and extending the invitation.
I know. We appreciate it. And then like you guys invited us and then we fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
and we're sorry. And we didn't really get to promote it as much as we wish we should. As much as we wish we wanted to.
Yeah.
We did a couple of Instagram posts, but that was it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, bye.
Yeah, and then we just fell off the face of the earth.
But that was really fun. If you guys haven't checked out the game Yosabo.
Yeah, and we played it at the event.
Yeah, it was really fun. Mm-hmm. So definitely check it out. Give them some love. They're awesome. And yeah, that was...
Shouts out. I think they have a 2.0 version.
Do they?
Yeah. They released
More words.
So
okay, well, yeah, definitely go check that out, guys. That's awesome. Alrighty, so that's June 2024. Let's go July 2024.
The first thing I have, and we can interchange because I put mine first. Okay. Trump got shot in 2024.
In July 2024.
That was crazy. I hate to admit it. It was such a badass picture. Just like a picture, just in general, from like a composition standpoint, and just like being in the moment. An insane capture. Him with his fist raised, the American flag in the background, kind of like creating leady lines to him. A beautifully composite shot. And I can't imagine having like, I think the photographer was from the New York Times. I can't imagine being in that situation where there was almost a political assassination and you still think and are able to capture that moment. Look, I've made my opinions clear about what I think about Mr. Trump. Let's hit a button. Okay. Hopefully it's a bad one.
This is for Mr. Trump.
Yes. We hate him, and we will get more into him later. But I just wanted to talk about the photography of it, I guess. I can't imagine like being under that stressful situation and capturing a shot like that.
Oh, I shit my pants.
Because it's like literally history.
1,000%. I shit my pants.
Insane, especially because you're also really close probably to the person who's being targeted. But that was insane, and I don't want to say how I truly feel about this because people are watching, so I'll plead the fifth here. Of natural causes in a video game. We're just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
Covering all our bases here.
I'm just kidding.
You can go with yours.
In July 2024, so when we stopped the podcast, I took a break from social media and I wasn't really doing anything for a couple months. In July 2024, I decided to come back. And literally, I think like my second day back, I decided to like post a TikTok. And I only do it because my sister tells me there was this trend going on about like the aura points, like how many aura points do I lose, XYZ. And some of them were really sad, like about their like traumatic relationships and stuff, but some of them were like embarrassing stories. And so my sister texted me and she's just like, oh my God, you should do this about that one embarrassing story that you had when you worked at food service. That one. And let me tell you how embarrassing this story was. It was so embarrassing that only my family knows about it. And I never told you, and I never told Milena. I never told anybody. And so she was like, you should post that. And I'm thinking to myself like, okay, like I have like 300 followers on TikTok. I'm not gonna reach anyone. It gets 4 million views, the TikTok. And so if you were on TikTok on July 2024 and you came across a video of a girl saying, how many aura points did I lose for working at food restaurant? I didn't know how to say chicken breast in Spanish. And instead I told the customer that the dish had chichi de pollo. That was me. That
was in fact her.
That was in fact me. And the story is 1,000% true. And it started blowing up. And I was like, oh my God, the most embarrassing story of my life is all over the internet.
How do you know that people know you as a Chi-Chi girl?
Because, okay, you know what I did?
People like, recognize you from that?
Well, I don't know. No, because I didn't really like show my face. Like the text was covering my face.
I guess.
Kind of. I did get one comment that said, bonita pero pendeja. And I was like, you think so? Like, you think I'm cute? I'm just kidding. But so I looked up after my moment of fame, I like looked up on TikTok chichi de pollo, and then I saw people fucking duping it. Like people were like, like how many like people
like
were
just
making,
a text.
Like
they didn't duet it. They were
they were like saying if it was their story or something, or like it was crazy. And they were getting
when I catch you
likes.
guys.
It was crazy.
You started almost a trend.
I almost started a trend, I guess.
People are kind of gross for that.
Yeah, it was funny. I almost commented on them and being like, what the fuck? This isn't your story.
You know what?
What?
I just got a flashback. I don't remember when this was, but I remember like, do you get like podcast clips on your TikTok? Mm-hmm. Obviously we post clips, but like sometimes there's like these accounts that like rip clips from other podcasts that are not theirs, and then they just put like some like baby stimulant shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, like Subway Surfers or like sand.
That happened to one of our clips on TikTok.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I was like, I kept on commenting like, haha, like on our account. I was like, haha, like check us out. Like,
nobody gave
it's our podcast. I did it twice. They deleted our comment twice.
Really? That's kind of fun.
And it was doing pretty well. I mean, it wasn't like millions, but it was thousands. I was like,
damn. Well,
but also kind of honored.
kind of honored.
It was the Coco one.
Oh yeah, I do remember. Shivers.
The infamous Coco
the infamous Coco TikTok. But yeah, so I did end up going viral the second day I returned back from my social media break.
She's talented.
It was a bit overwhelming, but it was really funny to see all the comments of the ways that everybody else have kind of like growing up bilingual, the ways that they've like translated things wrong or incorrectly. And it's just so funny. So if you haven't seen the comments on that TikTok, you should go check them out. You'll have a good laugh.
I was like one of the first people to comment on it.
Yeah,
and I think
like all my friends were the first ones to comment. So I was just like, oh, my friends think it's funny, and then boom, like it just started taking off.
And my comment honestly wasn't even good, but I still get people like it, like to this day.
I still get people liking the video.
So I'm just like, when someone likes my comment, I'm like, oh, okay, it's still doing good for Natalia. Because if I'm getting one like, I know she's getting still a lot more.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. But so that's July 2024.
The Olympics happened in July 2024. I don't really have much to say about them. They were cool. They were in Paris. Happened such a long time ago. I don't remember.
I love that TikTok that was just like, let's go, Steven. Let's go, Steven, the gymnast. Have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah. Is it the guy with that does like the pommel horse or whatever?
Oh, I don't know the terms.
Yes. And he does like a Rubik's Cube.
Yes. The Rubik's Cube. For the Olympics?
No, not for the Olympics.
Oh, I was like, competitively?
He does gymnastics, but like he got famous after and like.
Yes, with his little glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Way to go, Steven. I love that TikTok. And then in July, I shoot a short film that was a lot of fun.
In July, you also shot something? Where were you?
Where
when we talked about the first thing in July?
I was hella quiet. I was like, just kidding. No, I shot a short film that I will get more into at the rest of the video.
Whoop, whoop. Wow. July also, really quick, had Brad Summer. Charlie XCX was everywhere. This is also when Joe Biden dropped out and Kamala entered the race, and we all had coconut fever.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
You just followed out of a coconut tree.
Coconut fever. August 2024, I was a bridesmaid for my cousin's wedding, and the photographer Loki had beef with me. I don't know why.
At the wedding.
At the wedding, he had like his big old $1,000 cameras, $1,000 lens. He had multiple of them. And I had my little point and shoot film camera that I just kind of took just to like take pictures. And like I was just taking pictures, and at one point in the night, like I snapped a photo, and he like comes up to me and he was just like, oh, like jokingly, but I feel like he also wasn't joking. He was just like, oh, like you're stealing all my shots. Like, what am I even here for? And I was like, what?
Button.
Oh, that deserves a.
Natalia!
That scared me.
Natalia!
He came in this machine. He was screaming at you.
He said, get your ass out of my... It's like, you're stealing my shot. I'm like, if you're intimidated by me and my $40 film camera that I bought...
my widow old camera.
And my widow old camera that I bought off the Facebook Marketplace, like, maybe you just need to be a better photographer.
I've seen... Like, I've been, like, on photography TikTok, and I've, like, had this... People discuss this of whether or not people should bring cameras to it, or, like, what photographers think. But I think they might be talking about like more professional cameras. You had
I had a little film camera, like a point and shoot. Like it wasn't even one where I set my own settings.
Yeah.
It like decides the exposure for me.
Yeah.
But that was kind of funny. But I ended up getting some pretty good pictures. My cousin's profile picture is still a photo I took on that film camera of her at the wedding. So, eat shit. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Fellow photographer.
Anyway, that was August 2024. Moving on. September 2024. Do you want to start this one?
You can start it.
Okay, September 2024, I become a masked lesbian because I cut my hair off.
True. I mean, well, like... We didn't mention that. Yeah, Natalia has hair for our audio
I have
listeners.
No hair.
Okay, not no hair.
I have some hair. But September 2024, I was like, I need some change in my life.
And you guys know what's so funny?
What?
That there was a point when I had really long hair, right? At the end of this podcast. And I remember just Natalia always egging me on, like, no, you should grow out your hair. Your hair looks really good that long. And then she cut her hair and I'm like,
the same length that it was.
That's why she was egging me on. She just like,
well, I was like, what's that
trying
called?
to get ideas.
Living vicariously like through you. Cause I'm like, you know,
was your Pinterest board?
Yeah, you were my Pinterest board. And I was just like, you know what? His hair's a little wavy. My hair's a little wavy.
But like we do share stuff now. Or not like products, but we're like sharing tips.
Like tips, hair care tips and stuff, which is really cool. But it was just funny to like kind of for my hair to adjust to being that like, because I remember you told me, you were like, oh, your hair kind of goes into like a shock for a little bit before it like,
because it's used to like doing a certain thing, and when it's like it needs to get used to.
Yeah, and I feel like it took me a while for it to get used to it because it just kept like falling flat. And I just kept looking like the fucking fool from Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. And I was just
the
like...
The coconut fool?
No, the little boy, Mac. And that's what I just kept looking like I did look like a coconut head. But I eventually did learn a few tips, tricks, techniques. Yeah. I had to jump on like men hair care TikTok and YouTube. I use YouTube and he made fun of me.
I used to use YouTube, but that was like when I was in high school. Alpha M, Jose something.
That fool's name is Alpha M. What does the M
that's
stand
his
for?
YouTube channel. But again, if any guys are listening, that's like they were like the pioneers of men's fashion videos on YouTube, like back in 2014, 15, 16 maybe.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what the political stances are now. I don't know if I would trust them.
We go check them out. They're all Trumpies.
Yeah, because that's kind of the energy. But yeah, I didn't take their stuff too. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, that was it. It was just that's interesting.
In September 2024, I was, some would call a hero. Some would call a legend, a local legend. Some would call someone with a phone.
Someone who can access Google.
I went to go. My brother was working at Target at the time, and he got out like late from his shift, and I went to go pick him up. And like I had to pick him up behind because he was like closing. And behind this Target, there was just like brush. There was like a fence, but there was like brush. And I remember I'm just like driving, and I turn a corner, and I just see this. It's by the freeway, and it's by like a riverbed. This huge fire. Not huge, but a fire. Like I was like, holy shit. Damn. This is engulfed in flames. So I like, boom, spring into action. This is the first time I ever called 911.
Really?
Have you ever called 911?
I have.
Oh.
I have.
When?
In downtown San Jose when me and Milena went to go get burritos and a man was trying to rob someone's purse.
Yes.
Love you, Lovix. Lovix in downtown San Jose.
But this was my first time calling 911, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I need to. I need to be a good citizen. And I called it, and I was like, hey, there's a fire. I'm like by this Target, and they're like, what are the cross streets? I'm like, Firestone and like by the 710 freeway, really. Like,
I would have fucking frozen.
Yeah,
I would have been like, I don't know where I am.
Because it wasn't really cross streets. Like I'm telling you, it was like right next to the freeway. So I'm like, it's like literally getting off of the exit off Firestone. And then they were just like, okay, thank you. Like, do you want to leave your name? I'm like, sure. My name's Alan. Like, in case you guys need more information. And it kind of died down. And then they came, and then they like really put it out. But I was like, yeah.
Oh, I thought when you were first setting up the story, I thought you were going to put out the fire.
Well, listen, guys, I'm just a boy with a phone. I mean, how would I have put it out? I didn't have a hose.
That's why I was curious. I was like, what did you do?
I also just couldn't get there because there was a fence. Oh. It was like on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were like going to go into Target and get like a gallon of water and just dump it on there.
Big. Oh. It was big. Look, I'll show you a picture maybe later, and maybe I'll send it to myself as the editor, and I'll put it here for all the people listening.
Damn. Well, thank you for saving Los Angeles from a fire and not coming in clutch.
Little did we know. Yeah. So.
Fuck. Alrighty, well, September 2024 is also when I believe AI started to take over in terms of social media trends. I remember that little baby hippo. Or
Mudang?
I think so. I don't know the name.
Yeah,
but that's the first time I kind of remember seeing AI, like trends. Like they would put him with like a little like AI muñeco.
I see. I think it's a her.
I'm so sorry for misgendering you. What is Mudang?
Pygmy hippos. I saw pygmy hippos.
Let's see. Oh, she became a popular. I'm sorry for assuming your gender.
And she also became a famous, an infamous part of the internet, and we'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah. That's the first time that I really saw AI kind of like taking over, and I kind of hate what it's become now.
Was this also when there was like trends of like the eye robots?
I think so.
The blank stares.
The fucking
yeah.
I can't do it, but yes. That's September 2024.
Maybe we'll talk about AI a little bit more, or maybe just in future episodes because we hate it.
Yeah.
October 2024, Dodgers win the World Series, which I was very much celebrating. Little did I know, there's also well, I guess I'll just mention it here. I haven't gone to a Dodgers game this season. The Dodgers went to the White House after their win with the current president, and also they just have been really silent about the ICE raids going on in LA, and we'll also get to that in a bit. So just leaving a sour taste in my mouth. I love the Dodgers and I love watching them, but I don't love them that much to overlook that, I guess.
Yeah,
definitely. You know, it's something easy for me to not do.
Yeah.
If it was something else, maybe, but for me, it's something that I can let go a little bit.
Perfect. Yeah. October 2024 was Halloween, and I was epic and dressed as so many things. I dressed as a Rockford peach. If you're gay, you know what that is. Or specifically if you're lesbian, you know what that is. Or sapphic.
Shout out.
I was a pilgrim. I was Roderick Heffley. I was a pirate, and I was Edward Scissorhands without the scissor hands.
So many.
But a big lesson that I learned in October 2024 is don't take an edible and go to a party with majority white people.
Was this because of your costume or just in general?
Because of my costume and the fact that I was on
in general.
What do you mean in general?
No,
like,
I'm just
Yeah. Okay, so story time. And this story, I had to talk about this in therapy. I was like, Teresa, I don't know. Teresa's my therapist. So we get invited to a party, and Milena and I are like, let's do a friend costume. Like, let's do a duo costume. So we're like, let's do something fucking funny and stupid because that's what we love to do. And so we were like, what if we do the trend that's going on right now on TikTok where somebody's a witch and someone's a pilgrim and they turn the camera towards the pilgrim and they're like, witch, like, so that trend. So I was the pilgrim and I looked hot as fuck in that $20 costume.
It looked good.
It looked great. I looked so pilgrim. I looked so, what year's a pilgrim? Back in the day.
Early 1700s, I want to say.
Something like that. But so I took an edible because I was like, I don't really want to drink too much. I took an edible. And it was hitting. We were having a good time. We were making TikToks. We were like laughing about on the streets. And then we opened the door to the party and it is 1620s. Did you say pilgrim? He Googled pilgrim era. I was in my pilgrim era. Anyway, so we opened the door and it is majority white people at the party. And they all just turn and look. Or at least it felt like it because
I think it felt like it.
And they turned and looked.
I think it felt like it. I was there.
Okay, but I thought someone.
Oh wait, no, you were already there. No, we went together.
We went together. And I thought that somebody was gonna like at least acknowledge it, cause like, hello, this is fucking hilarious. It's like I thought at least one person was gonna be like, oh my god, the pilgrim and the witch, that's funny. Not a single peep. And so that got me so anxious. And I'm not really one to get anxious off of an edible. I'm one to have a good time. But so that got me so anxious. And I got it in my head that I was culturally appropriating white people and they were mad at me.
I was not on board with that. I was supporting Natalia because she was anxious. And I'm like, okay, fair.
Yeah,
we can't control.
With me in the corner.
We can't control the way that why we feel anxious. But I was like, white people have been doing this for centuries,
exactly.
Dressing up as little Mexicans with mustaches, dressing up as Native Americans.
Dude, and I don't know why.
Asian people,
exactly.
white people doing blackface. I was like, Natalia, a little pilgrimage won't hurt.
But I had gotten it in my head. I'm like, they're so mad at me that I dressed like.
If anything, I would have canceled her for dressing up as a colonizer. Reverse to 180.
And I was like, oh my God, the white people think this is offensive. And like, I was just so anxious. And so when I was talking about it in therapy, I was like, Teresa, like, is this cultural appropriation? She was like, no. She was like, no. And for that point, exactly what you...
Bless
and also
Teresa.
There's also like really... I don't know if this is like a, in my opinion, type of thing. There's no such thing as reverse racism. Maybe we can get into that in another episode.
Yeah.
But I think that there's no such thing as reverse racism. Prove me wrong if you want, but
I need to freshen up on that term, but I will have an opinion later.
Hell yeah.
But I think I agree. I think I agreed when I knew what it was.
Yes. So that was my, and then so at the end of my therapy session, Teresa was like, well, what did we learn? And I was like, well, don't take an edible and go to a party. And she was like, okay, well. But this one's for Teresa.
Ladies, I'm trying to do my work today. Leave me alone type shift. Ladies, come on. You know, you see me doing my work type shift. So if I shake my dress, will you leave me alone type shift? All right, for the one time. Oi, baka. So predictable.
I've never.
Who's Teresa and who's you in this situation? Who's shaking their dress and who's wanting to work?
Well, I feel like I'm always like, Teresa!
Teresa's like, stop. I'm trying to do my job.
Stop. I'm trying to like, what's
trying to fix your mental health.
Is therapize a verb?
Maybe. I feel like I've heard that.
Trying to therapize you type shit.
Therapize you up.
I'm like,
but yeah, good lessons learned there. We haven't even finished 2024, but it's okay. It'll be a little bit of a longer episode.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You guys have waited.
Yeah. You miss us so much. And I feel like we're warming up. I know, like, you miss us so much.
Sure hope so. November 2024. I put here, things be red now, parentheses, the electoral map.
Fuck.
I can't, I remember election night vividly. Me and my girlfriend went to go get Chinese food. As the results were coming in, we came back, we ate, and then we just kept on watching, and things were not looking good. The people doing the analysis and the people doing the exit polls, things were not looking great. And I remember I had a headache. I started to get a headache.
Yeah, I started to get really anxious, really nervous.
Yeah, how was your night?
I think I was alone for the first part of the live counting.
Coverage.
Yeah, the live coverage. And Milena and her boyfriend came home and we were watching it for a little bit, and we had to stop. I deadass turned to them and I said, you know what would make me feel better? If we watched Speed Racer. And we watched Speed Racer instead. We just turned it off. I was like, damn.
We also had the same. We had to turn it off.
We had to turn it off.
And we watched The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
you just needed a comfort movie. I was like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this after so much shit. God, it pissed me off. Literally, goddamn.
What is it?
I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. And I have some, what were your initial reactions when you found out he won? I don't remember if I found out in the morning. I think so, because my head was hurting. I was like, I just need to go to sleep.
Yeah, I think I found it in the morning. I don't remember it too clearly, probably because I blocked it out of my memory. But I think it was just so much anger and feeling scared and almost unfortunately disappointed but not surprised.
Very similar. I think I'm very much tapped into politics. So I've been this is the thing I've been waiting for the past 4 years. Not that I was oh my God, Joe Biden, get out of office, but Joe Biden has his flaws. But I just wanted to see the direction that the country wanted to go in. And I think the first time in 2016, I was just complete and utter disbelief that something like this would happen. After all the rhetoric, all that stuff that would happen in 2016. But it also felt like a fluke because Hillary Clinton won the popular vote then and Donald Trump didn't. He won electorally. So Hillary Clinton got the majority of the votes in 2016, but because of the way that the system works, Donald Trump still took it. So there was like anger and there was like people like really speaking out about it. Like it felt like he was a very unpopular president. And this time around, I was shocked, but also like, this is just what we are now.
Yeah.
This is how people think. And like all these Republican strategies of communication and the tide that they were trying to turn was working.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck, man, it just sucks that we were so easily able to succumb to the fear and the hate of the past administration, or of his last one. And like, he was saying the shit that he was going to do. And now that we're like 6 months in, it's like, yeah, he is doing all that shit, which we'll get into a little bit. Really quick, I just want to read off some statistics. The amount of Latinos that supported Trump in 2020 was 32%. And then the people that supported Trump in 2024, Latinos, is 45%. So it went up. What is that?
Don't ask me to do math. 13%.
13%. For men, Latino men in 2020, or Trump had Latino men in 2020 by 36%, and now Trump won Latino men in 2024 by 54%. Crazy. So I think also like the thoughts after this, I was like, what is going on with Latinos? What is going on with Latino men? How can we best reach them? They're going to other places to get entertainment online, and those places of entertainment degrade women, degrade LGBTQ folks, degrade their own people, and just any type of minorities. What? Not like I said, not that we're gonna try to save this country by having two mics, but like just giving more options and not just having these people go directly to the Andrew Tates of the world and the Ben Shapiros of the world and all these other right wingers.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. I think I was just like I was speechless. I didn't again, unfortunately, disappointed, but not surprised. Unfortunately, it's just kind of like it was just kind of like a reality check of how people saw us, like as somebody who is queer, female, like Latina, just like my existence is political. So it's been rough, and I know for anybody else who feels the same, we're here for you if you want to talk, if you just want to rant.
Yes. Leave us comments about how you guys felt.
Yeah.
We would love to maybe read some and just talk about it, because again, this was a huge thing that happened while we were gone.
Yeah, like
a huge thing.
And if you need support of any kind, let us know, please. We would love to help. But yeah, in hindsight, fuck Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
But,
I can't do a raspberry.
You can.
That's how we feel about Donald Trump.
That's exactly how we feel. But yeah, okay. Maybe we can dive into that topic a little bit later. But a flip of the coin.
Flip of the coin. The best thing to happen in November 2024 was the release of Wicked.
Wicked.
No one mourns the wicked.
You talk about this. This is all for you.
This is for me. He told me, he texted me, he was like, I added Wicked in November for you. I was like, thank you.
Because I didn't watch it till January.
No, we had to, we forced you, right?
Yeah.
You came with us?
It was either end of December, January. But
yeah. And it was still in theaters. But anyway.
And not that I like didn't want to watch it. I don't know why.
I think we wanted to watch it with you. And that was like the only time.
That, and I think I wanted to get my movie pass.
Oh.
And I was just putting that off. And I was like, no, I'm going to fucking finally get it. And I was like, I got it. Let's go watch it.
Let's go watch Wicked. So Wicked changed my life. I don't really consider myself a musical theater fan, but I love music and I love performing, or like I love watching people perform, and I love to appreciate art. And I went into Wicked with kind of not low expectations, but
no expectations.
Kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Like, it's I'm not too much of a musical person, but let's just see what happens. And I walked out of that theater a changed woman. I was literally like, I walked out of the theater with Milena and our friend D'Angelo, and I remember Milena asking me like, so what'd you think? And I turned to her like slowly, and I was like, that was genuinely the best movie I've ever seen in my life. And I was not kidding. I was like, this is so good. I loved the music. I loved the characters. I loved the actor. Like, the acting was so good. It was just so good. I was literally sitting in that theater chair like like just starstruck. It was good.
How many times did you watch it in theaters?
Oh my God, too many times. I probably spent like $120 worth of theater tickets to go see Wicked.
So if the tickets are $20, that's like $6 or 6 times.
I probably saw it because I went home, because when was this? November. So I went home for Thanksgiving, made my sisters go watch it. And then we came back, and I think we watched it with somebody else. I forgot. Then I watched it with you, and then I watched it. I don't know.
Liar. No, I'm just kidding.
Fucking fake Wicked fan.
You watched it a lot. I watched it twice. I watched it once in the theater and then once at home.
And then when it came out on the cock,
on the Peacock?
I watched it then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching it tomorrow. Milena, she said people are coming over for us to watch it.
Perfect timing. And then there was like the whole holding space thing. I don't know if I ever told you this. I was at a premiere for a show that is on the streaming platform. And it was like towards the end of the night because I was working the event. And it was towards the end of the night, and then like there was like they had like this like cute little vending machine that you could just go, like it was for the premiere, so like everybody had left, so we were just like trying to go at it. You didn't have to put money in. And this lady was just like talking to us. She's like, "Oh my God, like the dice are so fun." I'm like, yeah. And I was just like, it's just a random person, right? And then like one of my coworkers pulls me aside, and they're like, that was the holding space girl. That was the interviewer that.
Oh, I thought you meant fucking like Cynthia Rivera, Ariana Grande. I was like,
no. I would have recognized them, but it was the interviewer that was like that introduced that people are really holding space. It was a journalist, and I was like, oh my God,
you saw somebody who made history.
Yeah, no, it'll go down in history books.
That's a holding space girl.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. And then I recognized her. I was like, yeah, that's true.
That's so funny, dude. Oh my God. I can't believe you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I forgot. That from me. No, like, yeah. I try to rack my brain about stuff to tell you when I see you. And sometimes I just forget things.
Yeah, I know. But that was November 2024. December 2024.
Okay, I'll go first real quick. Luigi, I'm gonna call him friend of the show, Luigi. He was in the news for some things. A predatory healthcare company. Some unfortunate things happened, and he got arrested, but he kind of became a celebrity, overnight celebrity.
He did,
because I think what he represented, which was just like fighting back against billionaires, really, or just people taking advantage of those sick people.
Like, those in power that don't care if they step on the little people.
I saw a lot of people just like, I've dealt with this insurance company. Like, I just can't imagine being in a situation where a loved one is on the brink of death and the insurance just isn't going to cover something.
Yeah.
And like, Yeah, I can understand why that would be the case.
Yeah.
So here's to universal free healthcare, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get it on the ballot.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Like, do you remember one of the first scenes in The Incredibles? Does he work for an insurance company?
Car insurance, maybe.
Car insurance? Really?
Maybe I just remember him in the tiny car.
I thought it was like a...
It might have been health insurance because it was the old lady.
Yeah. Denied? You denied my claim?
Yeah. But claim... I'm not sure about shit, but I feel like claim is car insurance claim.
But I had to submit a claim for a pet insurance. For the vet.
Okay, then maybe.
I don't know. If you guys know The Incredibles better than we do, let us know. Anyway, in December 2024, I was on my first like big girl set, where I was on the G&E team. If you don't know what G&E is, it's Grip and Electric, aka lighting, for a music video for the Altons, the music group The Altons. And it was so much fun.
What's the name of the song so people can check it out?
Del Cielo Te Cuido, I think it's called. And I was invited on by the cinematographer, who's super talented. And I was very fortunate to... I didn't get to see the Altons because this was the day where we were shooting the talent and not the musical group. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know what the music video was for until the night before when I got the call sheet and it said, the Altons music video. I was like, the Altons? I was like, what the heck? Like, I was like, oh my God.
I know them.
I was like, I know them. I listen to them all the time. So that was really exciting. And the video is beautiful. Go check it out. And yeah, I didn't have much to do with the vision, but I was there. I was supporting them. And that was a lot of fun. And that was a good way to end off 2024.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Now we said, Happy New Year. And we're at 2025.
2025, yeah.
Disgusting.
As we kind of alluded to, there was fires in LA during this time. Crazy amount of fires in the Pacific Palisades, close to Malibu. There was fires in Studio City, Burbank.
Studio City.
Pasadena.
Yeah, Altadena.
Yeah, Altadena.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that all these fires were happening at the same time, and like it was something that we never really seen because there's always wildfires here in LA, but they were as close as they could be to the residential areas. Like a lot of people lost their homes, and it was just a huge thing. And where I live in Southeast LA. It's kind of far away from like any nature, any like real hills or mountains. So we didn't really were affected by it, but I think still being LA, we all came together and it was really nice to see that. But what was your experience? Because you had a little bit of a closer... Yeah. You lived closer to it.
Yeah, I was living in the valley. And it was just like a very high alert state. I think both Milena and I were very scared to fully fall asleep in case we had to like get up and run.
Evacuate.
But... it was just so stressful. It was almost like just like a weird mourning feeling over the whole city. Like everybody was in mourning. And the storms that caused it were insane. And
the windstorms, you're right.
And Burbank, like
I remember telling you guys like, hey, be careful. The wind is supposed to be really bad in the valley.
And I didn't know. Well, also because I'm like not really too much on social media or like current events. But like literally you told us that. You're like, hey, watch
like,
out.
I was like, because I kept on seeing like historic level winds. Yeah. Like it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I think the first time I heard about the windstorm was you telling us like, be careful. And it was just like I would be at a stoplight and my car would be like vroom, vroom, like left to right, and so many trees swinging were falling. And I went to go park my car at the airport so then no trees would fall on it, because earlier that day a light post missed my car by, I kid you not, like what's half a centimeter, like a millimeter, I don't know, like millimeters from my car. A light post had fallen. Inch. Like it was
less than an inch.
It was less than it was really crazy. And
you sent me that video. I was like, holy shit.
It was literally everybody was telling me go buy a lottery ticket because there's no way you got that lucky, where it literally missed it by a hair. It was crazy.
Insane.
But that was really scary. But yeah, it was just like, I just remember like a bunch of animal shelters being like, we need people to like foster animals and stuff like that. And the same week of the fires, the same week I became a mother.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. So I adopted my 2 kitties in January 2025. My baby boys, Mambo and Mancini.
We'll put a picture up right here.
They're very cute and cuddly, and they're brothers. And I was going through with the adoption process for like at least the beginning of January. We were talking back and forth with the rescue, and we were scheduled to pick them up. And then the fires happened, and they were like, can you still pick them up? And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But then I was like, no, I'd rather I have them. Like, and then like they need to like, if the shelter has to evacuate or anything. But that helps so much with my anxiety, getting the cats. Like they single-handedly calm me down, and they're registered as emotional support animals, and they were doing their thing. They were emotionally supporting me.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I love being a mother. I love being a mother to my fur babies. And yeah, it was just like a day and night change in the way that I felt, because
the energy.
Yeah, because me and Milena were without power for like a couple days. It was like 3 days. I had to use the fridge at work. But yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, it was really cool to see like kind of LA come together, and
That's
everybody
true, yeah.
like was like, let me volunteer, let me donate.
Yeah.
Which is really cool to see. In January, real quick, Bad Bunny released a new album, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, and it's amazing. I actually really like it. It has a lot of political themes to it, about Puerto Rico and just
One more time.
colonization. And I enjoyed it. I think it's really good. I never thought an album would top Un Verano Sin Ti, and I don't know if this one does, but it gets really, really high up there in terms of how much I fuck with it.
It was good.
I low-key listened to it at the club for the first time this past weekend. It was good.
It was good.
A couple of songs from it, and I was like, yeah.
At the club, Bad Bunny at the club.
Oh, and you already covered you become a mother.
Yes,
yeah.
I have become a mother.
Came hand in hand.
Perfect. February 2025.
February, just more personal news. I went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Finally.
First time going to an aquarium, and it was probably one of the best ones in the nation.
Hell yeah.
I had a grand good time. Monterey was beautiful. Love to see it. Went to Santa Cruz. Great time. Vacation. That was for Valentine's Day weekend. Beautiful time.
I love Monterey Bay Aquarium. I love the otters. I love the vibes.
Hey, we love animals here. We love marine animals. So
yeah.
if you want to sponsor us,
The Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah, we wouldn't be opposed to it.
Please give me season tickets. And then in February 2025, Milena and I moved apartments. We made the jump. We decided to move. It was not something that we planned to do. It just kind of happened given the circumstances at the time. And we moved in the rain. It was like a pouring, I don't know if you guys remember, like around Valentine's Day in February, it was pouring rain, like super, super bad. And that is the day that we had to move. That's the day that we had to move into the apartment. And we were just soaking wet. And it was raining so loud that like at one point, like Milena had an umbrella up and we were trying to like communicate like how we were going to load a certain thing. And we couldn't hear each other talk because of how loud the rain was. And we were just like, what? Like just screaming over the rain. It was my first time driving a U-Haul. We decided that I would be the one to drive the U-Haul.
Shocking,
because I was a lesbian. Oh. Yellow, red, my ass.
I had to. I thought about it. Maybe you can see it in the video where I'm like.
You just went. Let me call her a slur. Just kidding.
I was trying to find a way to like kind of say it.
Just fucking.
Don't come at me. Don't come for me, guys.
But I volunteered as a joke. I was like, you know what? Since I'm the lesbian, I'll drive the U-Haul. And I ended up driving it in the pouring fucking rain. And it was like Sepulveda, if you know LA, Sepulveda was flooded. And we were driving down to Sepulveda. It was crazy. And funny story, when we first got the U-Haul, we parked outside of my apartment then and turned off the car. And Milena was going to guide me on where to park. And so I go to turn back on the U-Haul and it won't turn on. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm what's wrong with the U-Haul? Like, I don't need this right now. We just need to pack. And we had everything scheduled for like what we were going to do. And so I like roll the window down and I'm like, dude, the car's not turning on. She's like, no way. She gets in the car and like, she's like watching me struggle.
You gotta finesse it.
Yeah. So she tries and it won't go on. And so we call U-Haul roadside assistance or whatever. And so I'm talking with this guy with a thick country accent. I kind of can't tell what he's saying. And so I'm trying to describe to him, like, the car won't turn on. Like, when I press the gas, it doesn't go forward or back, like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, whoa, that's really strange. Like, let's go. We're going to send you like a U-Haul person to trade U-Hauls with you or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, like we're already like an hour into me not being able to turn on this U-Haul. And then so I'm like, you know what? Let me just call my dad just like to tell him what's going on, because when things go wrong with the cars, I'll call my dad. And so I'm telling him what happened. And then so he was like, oh, that's weird. But like you said it won't move when you press the gas. I'm like, no. And he's like, does it like, do you hear like, like, do you hear it kind of like resist? And I'm like, no, I don't hear anything. And he was, he literally stops and he goes, Natalia, the car's not on. And I was like, what? He's like, it's not on, because I thought I had turned it on and it wasn't going back and forth. And he's like, it's not on. And I was like, no fucking way. And I went, and it goes, and it turns on. And we were like, oh my God, we were stranded for so long.
Pause. So you guys, when Milena tried, what did she do different?
I don't know. I think because it kind of like resisted a bit, because you know how you turn it on once and then the second time
I know what happened.
What?
I don't know if this happens in the U-Haul, but my car has this feature where if you twist the wheel that, it locks, and you can't turn the key until until you kind of like go like that and then turn it.
I could turn it to the first position where the battery turns on and the air turns on, and like, but it wouldn't let me go past that. So I was just kind of like, what the hell? Like, is it not working? But my dumbass didn't turn it on. And
or maybe you had to like push.
I don't know. But calling my puppy helps, I guess. But yeah. So that was kind of embarrassing. We laughed about it for a little, and we had to call back the U-Haul guy and tell him like, oh, I just wasn't turning it on. And he was like, bruh. But he laughed about it too. So we were all just kind of like, ha, 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 ha.
What in tarnation?
Yeah, bro. He was just like,
you LA city girls.
You city girls in LA don't know shit. And he was right.
Your accent was so much better. I don't know what mine turned into.
But that was February. Mm-hmm. And then we'll just kind of rapid fire, because we're like at a minute 17. Yep. An hour 17.
March
2025, my cats had choro and I had to pay a really fat vet bill.
Shitting and pissing.
Dude, they were shitting and pissing everywhere. I was like, God, man, stop. I was like, please. It was just really bad. But they're good now. They don't have choro anymore. Yay!
April 2025, I saw Sinners and it changed my life. What a beautiful, wonderful movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I think it's going to be on HBO Max. Yes, HBO Max, because we also didn't cover it, that it went from Max to HBO Max again. Mm-hmm. It's going to be on HBO Max July 4th. So if you haven't seen Sinners, I would highly recommend you watch it. You should have watched it in IMAX. I think it would have been great. Not that you haven't watched it, but it's okay. I haven't,
because I can't afford to go to the movie theaters. If you want to help me go
Natalia's
to a movie
fund
theater, please consider subscribing and donating money.
It was amazing. I think the political context of the movie and just like the themes and all these like metaphors and motifs, everything was just beautifully shot. I also went to Joshua Tree for the first time. This is my first time going to a national park ever, and it was Joshua Tree, and I had a great time. There was a lot of big rocks, and I climbed them. Me and my girlfriend climbed them. I also saw the Minecraft movie, so you can't say I'm pretentious for liking Sinners. I also watched a Minecraft movie, didn't fuck with it that much, but also I had a good time. Actually, I did really have a good time towards the end. Not really. It was really good. The kids went crazy in my theater. They weren't throwing popcorn, but they were like clapping at everything that was said because of the memes. May 2025. We had a new pope. The pope died and a new one came in. He's from Chicago, from the U.S. Any reactions?
I thought like that popes were supposed to be not from the United States.
Historically.
Oh.
Because I think one of the things, and low-key, I don't know what sign this is about the U.S., but they didn't want the U.S. to have power because the U.S. kind of was like the big player in the world. And they're all like, if they also have the papacy or whatever, that'll just be too much power for the U.S. And also just like geographically and just all that stuff.
I also just feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like it feels wrong for an American
does feel weird
to be Pope.
I was like, what the fuck? I wanted the woke Pope. I wanted the Filipino Pope. I wanted Filipinos to have a good time. But
another white man.
We're not really that religious, so. El Papa.
El Papa.
May
2025. I turned 24. Woo! Woo! And then I had the best birthday cake in the world. My lovely girlfriend made the most delicious cake ever. And that was like
the huge update you skipped.
I'm a guff. I'm a guff.
Natalia! Natalia!
That is not Natalia's guff.
Yes, I'm in a relationship with my shoddy bae, and she's so sweet and
so she's off the market, guys.
I'm off the market. Nobody look in my direction. I swear to God, and she'll bite you probably. Yeah.
If we drop so many viewers. I swear to God.
I'm booed up. But yeah, so she likes to bake, and she made me a birthday cake with like whipped cream frosting, because she knows I'm not a big fan of frosting. So she made something a little bit lighter, and it was like vanilla flavored, and it was just so good. It was strawberry cake, and she made a strawberry sauce to go with it. And everybody wiped that cake clean.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "This is the best cake I've ever had." People literally after my birthday were telling me like, "I'm still thinking about that cake." I'm like, dude, it's so good. So I had the best birthday cake in the world. It was great.
Delicious. Finally, June 2022, but also 2025. But also when this comes out, it'll already be July, so we are already missing a month. No, not really. We'll see.
Oh. Jojo Siwa's not gay anymore. Apparently, or she's not lesbian.
She's not lesbian. Yes.
Apparently, she said that she felt pressured to label herself as a lesbian, which I don't know. I don't know. I haven't listened to that conversation that she had. I've just kind of heard it from other content creators online. I just think it's really interesting. I would love to do a Jojo Siwa episode where we like
a Jojo Siwa deep dive.
A Jojo Siwa deep dive, just because it's so interesting how she went from like, I invented gay pop music to like, dude, you guys were pressuring me. You guys were pressuring me to be lesbian.
She's gonna be a fucking ad for the Republicans. Like no. This is what happens when gay is in the schools.
Is that she? Oh,
I mean, that's kind of some of the critiques that people had, but we can get into it later.
Yeah, I feel like this should be a whole
huge
episode.
Discourse. And I'll keep my mouth shut because I'm not a lesbian.
I am. Oh, I'm not a lesbian. Actually, neither am I. Huge update. Just kidding. That's our thumbnail.
Oh, huge update.
Natalia's not a lesbian.
Lesbian
crossed out. After I just told my story about my girlfriend, that doesn't make me a lesbian. Just because I date a girl and we hold hands and we're in a committed relationship doesn't make me a lesbian. The silence.
No.
Ladies, I'm trying to do my work today. Leave me alone type shit. Ladies, come on. You know, you see me doing my work type shit.
I haven't seen the
so if I shake my dress, will you leave me alone type shit?
But I've seen people use it with their animals.
All right, for the one time.
It's an animal sound.
Oi, baka. So predictable.
Beautiful. But kind of switching it, I guess, to a little bit more of a serious note before we go ahead and close out the episode. I know it's been long. One of the things that I was reflecting on as we come back and like a lot of the stuff that we've missed because we weren't here, we weren't doing the podcast. But one of the things that kind of is still here with us is the ongoing genocide in Gaza. It's insane to me to believe that it started when we kind of had just begun the podcast, and we took a whole year break, and it's still ongoing. You know, it's atrocities that are happening there, and I can't believe that it's still going on. You know, a lot of stuff that we also skipped was just like the protests that were going on, the encampments at UCLA and at Berkeley, and the police getting sent in, and you know, it was crazy to see UCLA, like it was UCLA and Columbia and I don't remember what other university that were like kind of front and center during that movement. And I'm so proud of everybody who was at the encampments and who was making their voices heard. You know, I just want to remind people that is still an ongoing thing. And another one of the things that's still ongoing is, and kind of newish, I guess, to us is just all the ICE raids happening all around the country, but specifically in LA, and how Donald Trump sent in the National Guard and the Marines, which is unconstitutional of him to do. And it's kind of just plain dictator. You know, it's scary. It was scary out here in LA. We went to a protest. It was a No King's Day protest, but also just in LA, it kind of felt more targeted towards immigration. And, you know, these people are literally terrorizing our communities. You know, I have neighbors who don't go out and who haven't gone to work in a while because it's scary out there. And also just because sometimes where they work, who frequents those places, it is, you know, undocumented folks. And if there's no business, then they also just don't have work. And that's an unfortunate situation, and everybody's scared. I have a lot of family members who are scared, a lot of family members who still have their papers but are still scared because they're just sometimes racially profiling you and still taking people in who are US citizens. And it's horrible to watch. There's just so much fear, but again, the community comes through.
Yeah. It's very insane. It feels like because my family's all up in the Bay Area where the raids aren't as bad as they are in Los Angeles, and having to tell them what's going on day to day, it feels insane. It's a major historical event. Yeah. And I'm like disappointed in everybody who voted for Trump. I'm sorry, I don't have respect for you. I'm sure none of you guys listening voted for him, but I think that the people who are supporting, the people who were like chanting mass deportations now, like when the presidential campaigns were happening, I feel like those people have never actually had a genuine interaction with an immigrant.
It's so scary because it's just like you're dehumanizing these people so much, and at the end of the day, they are fucking people. Yeah. Yes, they're hardworking, all that stuff too, but their value goes beyond their work and their work ethic. They are human beings here with families. It fucking sucked seeing over the Father's Day weekend that there was raids being conducted. People can't celebrate Father's Day because either they don't have their dad here because of the fucking government. Imagine that.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's just...
It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like they're attacking this group of people that they don't know. Imagine like being so hateful that like, because I'm assuming if you're like a Trumpy, you're not really finding yourself in these areas and spaces where there are like immigrant people. And there's
just so much misinformation about undocumented people as well, and stuff that they buy into.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of my favorite signs that I saw at the protest, which I think it was one of your cousin's friends, it was like the president has a mugshot and my parents don't. And it's like, piss me off, dude. I like don't even know what to say. It's just so heartbreaking. And again, if there's anything, if you guys need support, if you guys need someone to talk to, if you guys just like want to share your feelings about this, definitely this is a space where you can do so. Except if you're being a bigot, then fuck on out of here, but we will block you.
Yeah. I wrote a little statement and I just want to say it. I mean, obviously we've already made statements with what we're saying, but I wrote something and I just want to say it. As a child of immigrants, it breaks my heart to see what's unfolding here in Los Angeles and around the country. Everyone deserves basic rights and respect. I deeply condone the actions of DHS and ICE. They are terrorizing our communities, and I mean that wholeheartedly. It's literally terror. Making a show from the suffering of immigrants and U.S. citizens alike. Our community will not stand for this, and we will not be intimidated. already I've seen how the community has been able to spring into action. It is on us to defend ourselves, our neighbors, our families, and friends. It is refreshing to see, finally, that a majority of the Latino people are standing together on an issue. As we discussed many times on the pod, we rarely agree on a lot as Latinos, but for this, we must stand together. To everybody out there, I just want to say, keep sharing resources, keep sharing knowledge, keep people accountable, keep making noise, keep protesting, and most importantly, keep caring. ICE agents and DHS agents, I hope you never know peace. And yeah, do everything in your power. One of the things that I want you guys to ask yourselves is, in the future, when your grandkids, when your nieces, when your nephews, when the kids of that time look up to you and ask you, what did you do when there was a huge wave of authoritarianism and fascism and hate in the country? I want you to have a response. I don't want you to be, I just went to work. I just did this. I did that. What did you do to help fight against it? It doesn't have to be physically. It can be monetarily. It can be going to a protest. It can be speaking your mind. What did you do? And then I said, keep sharing resources. I think, Instagram stories get a lot of hate. I think they're not the end all be all. I think they are very helpful sometimes, especially when like ICE is here, with the timestamps and everything done the right way. But honestly, one of the best things that you can do is having these one-to-one conversations, interpersonal conversations, and not letting that conversation die out and talking about how we feel about stuff, even if it is with people who, feel the same way about you. It's just conversations that you need to have and to keep it alive. And yeah, I also just want to give a shout out to the city of Bell. ICE was in the city of Bell while I was in San Diego this past weekend, and they showed up and showed out. They were popping tires. They were throwing stuff at the ICE agents. They were graffitiing the cars, and they left. And then there was like a huge party celebrating, and it sucks to see the videos coming out of it. There was a car wash that me and my mom and my dad and our family used to go to, hardworking people. You just see them running down the street, running down Atlantic. And it was just heartbreaking to see, but the community showed out and everybody was like, I'm just so proud of people, of my people and the city of Bell. The city of Bell's been in controversies in the past, and this is a good story for the city of Bell, Southeast LA.
Let's go. Community is so important during this time. And yeah, we just need to use our voice. That's why we talk so much about representation too, because the people that have all this hate in their heart, that don't understand who we are as people, are basing their opinions off of whatever media that they watch, where the control of that media is not us.
Yes. And we've covered it before in other episodes, but media and art is so powerful. Art, film, books are one of the only ways that you can grow your empathy, because it literally puts you in the point of view and in the shoes of these characters who are not you. And you get to really grow your empathy. And I think that's really important. And I think that's where we should go. So another thing is just read, keep yourself updated. That's all I can ask. You can come here. I like I said, I'm really tapped into this. So, moving forward, I think we'll have some of these segments where we just talk about some of these issues, because they are really important. And, my part is, I hope that I can give you guys information that you guys didn't know before, and just keep the conversation going and give you guys stuff that you guys can then share on to other places. So,
yeah, but it's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be talking about things we're passionate about. It's good to be speaking up about things that we think are important.
Yes.
And
laugh and share some laughs. I hope you guys also laughed during this episode.
Yeah, we're getting warmed up still.
Yes,
guys. I think this is
we're defrosting.
Yeah, we're defrosting.
Like Mariah Carey before.
I don't want to laugh for Christmas. But as we come to the end of the episode, we have a tradition.
Oh yes, we do.
We do have a tradition of things that we do at the end of the episode. And it is everybody's favorite time of the week. the Latino artist recommendation.
It's Benson Boone, guys.
Oh, okay.
Benson Boone is our Latino artist recommendation of the week.
Bensonito Boone.
Okay, before you get to yours, because Natalia has it, I like some of the Boone songs.
Take a lap.
What? I like some of the Boone songs.
Just kidding.
Which
I don't know.
It tracks because I heard that he is like the new Imagine Dragons, and I used to like the Imagine Dragons, so it tracks. But go ahead.
He's a Boone head. Okay, so for my Latino artist recommendation of the week, I'm gonna take it back a little bit to the late 60s and 70s.
That was a time machine.
Thank you. And I'm going to recommend a small group called the Ghetto Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
The Ghetto Brothers they're a small group of they're brothers, real life brothers.
Let's go.
And they are from the Bronx, New York. They started making music after creating a club to help youth kind of like stem away from the gang life, the rising gang culture in the Bronx at the time. Even though they themselves were kind of like part of it as well. They wanted to focus on community and helping the youth. So their band kind of came from that. And so a lot of their music kind of focuses more on themes of community and kind of like what it's like being Puerto Rican during this time in New York. And before they even started making original music, they were actually a Beatles cover band.
Wow.
So a lot of the music, the influences, you can hear that strongly in their music. So it's kind of like the Beatles with a little bit of like Latin American,
a little bit of spice.
little bit of like Boricua like music, and a little bit of soul, a little bit of rock. And they don't have a huge discography. I think they only have one album out, but and they as easy as they rose to fame, they kind of just like disappeared. But the album was actually rediscovered again in like the 2010s, and it became kind of like a cool classic. So I think it's a really good album. You guys should go check it out. It's really nice if you're an old soul like me and enjoy music from back in the day. But yeah, so definitely go check out the Ghetto Brothers.
And with that, everybody, thank you for joining us for a very lengthy episode of the podcast.
Very lengthy.
We will see you in 2 weeks.
You